easier for people to vote, give them more options, and give them more time. And any bill that is targeted towards that is a good bill. And I see that there are some of these issues here that really need to be fixed. I mean, I don't see what the water issue has to do with helping more people vote. It just doesn't make sense.
What's the rationale, do you think?
I don't know who decided to do that. I don't know if that was an amendment that went into the bill. I have no idea what the rationale is. It just seems stupid. I don't have any other words for it except the water. And you can make a point for so many other things in the bill. That one, you just can't make a point for that one. You can't just make any excuse for it.
And we ticked through a lot of the things that the bill is supposed to do here. Joe, listen to how the governor defended the new law.
Georgians will no doubt be soon overwhelmed with fancy TV ads, mailers, and radio spots attacking this common sense election reform measure. According to them, if you support voter ID for absentee ballots, you're a racist. According to them, if you believe in protecting the security and sanctity of the ballot box, you're a, quote, Jim Crow in a suit and tie, end quote.
Georgia elections officials spent months defending the integrity of this last election. Why is a bill like this even needed, Joe?
Well, it's needed for political advantage for the Republican Party in Georgia and around the country. If this was just in Georgia, you might think that they had good intentions, which I don't believe they do. But this is happening all over the country. I believe there are voter suppression bills in 43 out of the 50 states moving through state legislatures. This is a coordinated strategy by the Republican Party because they understand, because they refuse first to evolve as a party. They're going in the wrong direction with Trump. And they understand the only way they can win elections is to keep people from voting and keep Democrats from voting. You know, one of the things that you didn't mention about the law that might be the most dangerous is it allows the state to take over local election officials and their work. So if the state run by Republicans can go into Fulton County, which is primarily Democratic, and take over the county of the votes, that's going to do nothing to make people believe that it's on the level. And it's, you know, again, all part of the strategy.
Congresswoman State Representative Mark Cannon is facing 2 felony charges now for knocking on the door of the governor's office. Arrested while the governor was signing this new voting bill, surrounded by 6 men beneath this picture of what appeared to be a plantation-style home. Just the juxtaposition of those 2 images that we just shared, what kind of message does that send?
Look, again, I think that if you're going to do, first of all, you're a governor, and you're a governor for all of the people of Georgia. You're not just a governor for Republicans. And when you're a president for all of the American people. So any laws that you put in place have to benefit people and their ability to vote. I think that he should have, it doesn't look good, he should have had a conversation with this woman. If you are going out and you're trying to solidify the integrity of voting, people need to know that they can vote, they can voice their concerns, and they can do it in a way that is safe. And so making sure that people have the right type of IDs, you can do that, but arresting people just because they're knocking on the door trying to talk to you, it's not a good image, and it doesn't show them that he is actually working in their best interest, whether they're Democrat or Republican. And I would like to say one more thing. We need to remember that whatever laws you pass, if they're going to hurt Democrats, they're going to hurt Republicans also. If you're going to suppress Republican voters, you're going to suppress Democrat voters also. And I think that the former president, actually did that. He suppressed a lot of Republican Georgia voters. And I think that that's one of the reasons why they were able to overturn that state.
Joe, just think about how the rioters at the U.S. Capitol were treated. Even what the former president is saying about those insurrectionists to this day.
It was zero threat. Look, they went in, they shouldn't have done it. Some of them went in and they're hugging and kissing the police and the guards. You know, they had great relationships. A lot of the people were waved in and then they walked in and they walked out.
5 people died in that attack, including a police officer, and the former president is still trying to defend these perpetrators.
Yeah, and he's not alone. There are a lot of Republicans out there, and these two issues are very closely linked. You called it the big lie earlier, and that's what it is. They said the elections were rigged, and now they're passing laws to suppress the vote because the election was rigged. The election wasn't rigged. It was done above board, and this is all a big lie. And Trump, he still is the most significant person in the Republican Party. Many in the party are still afraid of him. His idea is he wants to attack our very democracy. He wants to attack the people's ability to vote. And, if you look around the country, I really don't agree with the person, who was talking, saying this is going to hurt Republicans and Democrats down in Atlanta, because the bills that are being pushed around the country are being pushed by Republicans and being opposed by Democrats. This is about keeping Republicans in power, not what's good for the people or what's good for our democracy.
Mia, do you want to quickly respond to that?
Well, all I can say is that, when you put a bill forward that is going to suppress any kind of voters, they're statewide, and there's no way that one bill is going to completely benefit another. They may think it does, but it doesn't.